Hello and welcome to the Easily Excitable podcast. My name is Top and with me this week is Emma. Hey Emma, how's it going?
It goes well. How are you?
Things are going all right. Still awaiting my work permit, but that's probably... everyone will know about that when that's changed, so... just waiting for that to come through the post.
Do you have a time frame? How long has it been?
Nope, not at all.
Oh.
We submitted the paperwork. We submit the paperwork to our lawyer at the end of May.
Oh my gosh!
And they submitted it at the end of June.
Oh, okay.
And so, yeah, we're still waiting for things to come through. And June was month 6, and we're in month 10 now. So
we're just a little bit past
4 months, and now I'm just like, I just need something to do in the day that isn't just sit and play video games all day.
You know, I've seen you like playing. What is it? Path of Exile
and Destiny 2. Now that's got an expansion. We'll talk about those in a minute, but yeah, that's just like, I'm just like, I'll get up, I'll try and figure out if I'm going to cycle or go to the gym or do some other form of exercise like later in the day, like go walking with Rachel.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yeah, what do I spend my time doing during the day? Like, I was speaking to a friend last week, last Thursday, about like business ideas and stuff like that. And she was just like, oh, there's like investors conferences and stuff and like things that I just had no idea about. And so then she was like, just put a presentation together for your business ideas. I'm just like, okay, I'll start doing that.
Yeah.
So I started like gathering the ideas in my head. I've written notes down in my books, and I'm just like, okay, I need to start really taking this kind of seriously if I want to try and like found a business.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like an idea I've had, although it'd be nice to have like some stable income first and not have the risk of like getting kicked out of the country as well. So
yeah, that's never a good thing, right?
No, so definitely like find a stable job first, earn some money through that, and then try and really do that. But while I've got like creative free time available where I cannot do anything, like I can't, like, I potentially could go and volunteer, I'm not certain about that, but I definitely can't take any form of pay anyway, because that would put me in jeopardy of getting kicked out of the country, and I definitely don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So like, I've just got to wait it out. So I'm just like trying to put things and ideas together, so I'm just getting somewhere with stuff around, like here and there. And then I also should just spend more time recording music, but I spend enough time playing guitar that I should spend a decent amount of time of that recording, but I don't spend the time recording. Although I have the capability to, and I really absolutely should. I've definitely said it on the last few podcasts that I've recorded as well, but that's what I'm going to do.
Okay, well, third time's the charm, right? Like,
yeah.
Now it's going to happen.
Now it's going to happen. I'm going to spend time doing that. But yeah. So recently you spent some time in Scotland.
Yes.
We saw across social media, but it seemed like you had a wonderful time.
Oh my gosh. No, we were there, let's see, from like the 7th of September all the way until the 22nd. So it was a good chunk of time. 2 weeks. Yeah. So I loved it. We one of my I don't know, just dreams ever since I saw Scotland in 2017 was I wanted to go from Edinburgh all the way to like the tippy top, right? Like as far north as I could go. So this time it was just all about going around the edge of Scotland basically and seeing as much as we could. So I probably shoved too many activities into that time frame. We never like got a chance just to breathe, but but it was so good.
Nice. So whereabouts did you go? What kind of stuff did you do? Was it lots of walking?
Yes. Oh, that's I have a Fitbit, so like we were hitting days in a row where we'd get like 21,000 steps and like
nice.
Which for an office worker, that I was like, yeah, this is pretty good. Like it's pretty nice. But yes, we started in Edinburgh.
Nice.
And then we went to Fort William because I loved that the last time I came over. So we did some of the like Ben Nevis like stuff. Then I have always wanted to see Skye, like Isle of Skye. So we went over there. We stayed in Portree, which was amazing. And from there, like we got to see the fairy pools. We got to see, oh gosh, my pronunciation's going to be terrible, but like the Kerrang. And then there's like Store up there as well. And we went to Neast Point,
Hmm.
but it was so stormy that we just stood, saw the little white pinnacle in the distance, and we were like, "Yep, that's good enough. Time to get back in the car because we can't do this." But yeah, and we went up to Wick as well. That was
Hmm.
kind of just way, way up north. Back down to Pitlochry, which was the cutest place I've ever been in my
Hmm.
entire life, and then back to Edinburgh.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, used a
So
lot
you're
of.
on the east coast of Scotland?
Well, so Wick's actually on the east. Pitlochry's on the east, but I mean Skye.
Oh,
Um,
Skye's in the Hebrides, isn't it? So it's on the west.
yeah, and
Yeah,
then Fort William's like
Hebrides.
kind of more western than anything. You gotta head that way. So yeah, we did a nice like, and then uh when we went from Portree to Wick, like we took a long way like north and then east, so that we
Uh-huh.
skimmed like the coastline a bit, which was really
Oh,
nice.
nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Scotland's so picturesque.
Oh
It's very nice.
my gosh, with all the mountains. I have a Facebook album of photos, and half of the captions just say, "Took this one from the car." Like,
Nice, nice.
hmm
Yeah, I remember when I was up there, like, I spent a week just at a house, and I went out running one day, and I was just like, I went running for like an hour and a half, and I covered so much distance.
Yes.
It was so nice. But like, I could just take a picture anywhere, and just like, this is amazing.
For
Like, you
real?
wouldn't know that
Yeah.
there's a village hidden just out of sight, like behind some
hmm
trees, or so nice.
No,
It's like,
it's gorgeous. Like, and yeah, just being able to like breathe like the fresh air and everything. And I tell you what,
yes.
we used VRBO, which is what I've
Mhm.
used for the GDG reunions, but I
Mhm.
loved like the Scottish VRBOs because they all left out like care packages.
Oh,
So
nice.
like one of them like we come to they have like a bottle of champagne and cookies with like the glasses set out. The other one's like here's like chips and cereals and like a welcome and the other one had like coffee with like biscuits out. And I was like,
Mhm.
"Where are we? Like I'm this is so like the hospitality is so great."
Mhm.
So a shout out to
Oh,
that.
that's cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. We're off to Chicago this weekend. Actually, we're very
Ooh.
excited to go.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's a concert on that we're excited to see. We're going to stay at an Airbnb.
Oh,
We're going to
fantastic.
go to just go around, have a look at some places. Going to try out some Chicago style pizza.
Oh, that'll be
I'm
fun.
I'm intrigued. I'll say that. um, but yeah, like we're going to be traveling up there. Then we're traveling to Houston at the beginning of November as well.
Okay.
So lots of traveling going on.
Now,
I'm looking forward to it. What's up?
does Rachel have like family in either of these places, or just for fun, like travel?
For Chicago, we're going for a concert. We're going to
Mm-hmm.
go see Ninja Sex Pie up there on
Nice.
their 10th anniversary show, which is really exciting.
That's
I'm
very
really looking
cool.
forward to it.
Yeah, yeah.
And then for Houston, our friend Andreas lives there, as well as our friends who currently live in Atlanta, Fernando and Mindy. They're getting married, so we're going down there for
Oh,
that, which is exciting. They're people we've met through the Rooster Teeth community, like the RT Georgia group,
yes. I was
which
gonna
has
say, I
been
think
really
Andres
good.
is on Twitter. I think I follow him.
Oh yeah. I've been friends with
Mm-hmm.
Andres for I don't know 5 years or so probably
Yeah.
at this point. Yeah, and yeah, like I'm
Oh,
looking forward to catching up with him. Caught up with him at
absolutely.
every Artex we went to, I think. And yeah, Fernando and Medea, people that I've met for the first time like back in May. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but they'd already extended the invitation to Rachel, who they'd met before. So I'm really
Yeah.
looking forward to just going down there and having a good time, going to a party and a wedding in America. It's really odd that like Rachel and I've got married here, and I'm just like, yes, we're going to our first wedding. And I'm just like, that doesn't sound right, but at the same
Wait a
time, like
second.
we got married, but the
Mm-hmm.
wedding thing is still to happen, and
Yeah.
we're just waiting for the paperwork so that we can figure out when we can do it like safely and not interfere with things, and still with
Mm-hmm.
the plan and everything.
Oh, that'll be
But
amazing
yeah,
though. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, really looking forward to like the travels that we've got coming up, and yeah, like I think there's there's loads of places around the States I want to visit. I'm just like,
oh, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Still want to go to New York. Want to go down to San Antonio in Texas. And then there's like Rachel's uncle has a place up in, or like a timeshare place up in Aspen, Colorado.
Oh, okay.
And I'm just like, I want to go up to there.
Yeah.
Like we want to go to Disney at some point, and you know, there's like so much going on that I'm just like, so many places around that I just want to go and visit. I want to go up to like, Nashville, see the guitar stuff up there because Gibson Factory's up there, and there's so many things. There's so many places I want to go. Just like, I'm not sure if I want to go to like San Francisco and LA. Like they're like, everyone's like, yeah, they're cool places. I'm just like, they're cool places, but you know, I'm not 100%. I'm like, I definitely want to go there.
Yeah.
Although there's places like Seattle that I'm just like, oh yeah, I want to see what that's like because that looks really cool.
Seattle was beautiful. Can vouch. I loved that city. That was really nice.
Wicked.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it's somewhere like I want to go. But yeah, when we were up in Chicago, there's a few things up there. Like there's some art things up there that we want to go.
Yeah.
And, like I don't know. Yeah, we've got some plans and ideas for pictures and things that we're gonna probably post over the weekend. But yeah,
no, that's perfect. And you guys, it's a good timing thing too, because you have that Chicago, then you have the Houston, and it sounds like they're spread out enough that like it kind of keeps the months, you know, like really interesting, and you always have that to look forward to.
Yeah, absolutely. Gives me something to look forward to because during the day there's just video games, and I'm just like, hey, video games, what's going on?
Oh, no.
And then other things. But yeah, it gives me some motivation to be like, yeah, I need to make sure that I'm doing some stuff so that I'm
absolutely
so that we're good when we travel. But you know, speaking of video games, what kind of stuff have you been playing recently, if anything?
So you know, I always stick with Overwatch, Dead by Daylight, just as like my good go-tos. But my current like chill morning game before work is I finally started playing the first Pillars of Eternity.
Okay, yeah.
And I really like it because I love D&D. Like I'm obsessed now. So it's kind of like this little morning dose of D&D before starting my day, and I really like it.
Nice. What kind of game is it? It's obviously a role-playing game of some kind.
Yeah, it's like a top-down kind of almost.
Okay.
Yeah, and then everything happens, and that it took a little bit to get used to, because I'm used to, you know, things more like Dragon Age or, you know, I'm trying to think of something else I can't remember off the top of my head, but this was like you're far away. Your little people are like just teensy tiny. You know, you never really get to see the full detail of their faces, but it's just weirdly addicting.
Okay.
Yeah.
I started playing Divinity: Original Sin. I think it was the first one I started playing. I didn't get very far on it. I've probably played maybe an hour of it.
Oh yeah.
And that's like a top-down RPG style as well, but you like control a party of people, and like your abilities all interact. So you can like throw oil with one character and cast fireball with another character, and then covered in oil gets set alight, and it's just things like that. But if your party members are stuck in that ring of oil, they are definitely going up in flames. So it's just balancing that out and having fun with it.
Yeah.
I definitely want to check out those games. Like, there's 2 games that have come out recently that I'm just like, I really, really want to check those out because they seem to be in the Dark Souls vein of things, if not a bit easier. They are Remnant, which is like a Dark Souls-y gun kind of one, but you can play multiplayer.
Yeah.
And it's designed to be played multiplayer, so that you can like shift focus of the bosses that there are. Because otherwise they're just purely aggressive on one person, and apparently that's just a bad time.
Yeah.
And it is playing on like very hard mode. Whereas if you've got 2 people, then at least then you can just split attention.
Bit of a balance,
and then there's that Code Vein game as well.
Okay.
That's the anime style Dark Souls-y like one, but it's kind of Dark Souls light in that it's not difficult.
Yeah.
It's not particularly challenging, shall I say. I'm sure I would have a moderate time going through it. I can't. Based on what I've read, it's not as difficult as Dark Souls, but it's definitely got like all the anime style tropes and things that are going on. And I'm definitely interested to give that some point as well.
No, both of those sound really neat. I keep seeing things about there's a game called Greedfall, I think.
Hmm.
And God, that's like right up my alley. So I'm like, why do you have to be $50? Go on
Yeah,
sale.
that's what I was like with Code Vein. I'm just like, oh yeah, it's like
Hmm.
$60 right now, and I'm just like, well, no, for
Yeah.
now. And then I think Remnant's the same as well. I
Mm.
said to my friend Stefan, like, as soon as it goes on sale and is affordable, not like it gets like 20% off or something when it gets like a significant amount. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll consider getting it then and just power through it then, have some fun with it. But
Oh, that'll be
yeah, for the time
fantastic.
being, there's a bunch of free to play games that I'm really enjoying, such as Destiny 2, which has just gone free to play like a week ago.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I've seen a bunch of people that I haven't really seen playing Destiny before playing it,
Mm-hmm.
which is exciting. But I'm also seeing people that are playing it that have always been playing it. I just never really played with them, like Andy, Ciderman Andy,
Yeah, yeah.
that we both know. He's been playing it, and I see it on Steam, and like because on BattleNet it was split by servers. So like
Oh,
he would have been
okay.
on the Europe server and we'd have been on the American server.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd never see him online. But now that like Steam's a thing, and
Oh, yeah.
you see everyone on your friend list, it's like a global friends list. So I can just be like, oh yeah, I need to send him an invite actually, and just be like, yeah, let's play together because I see him playing all the time. I'm
Yeah, I
just like,
think there's about like 8 or so GG folk who are just
mm-hmm.
on that Destiny train right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so many people. So if you're ever looking for people, they they'll take you up for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And like my friends back in the UK that I played D&D with and play with
Mm-hmm.
them every Wednesday, like they've just started playing it as well because it's free to play, and they're just like, oh yeah, this gives us something to play. Let's give it a go. Let's have some fun.
Nice.
And I'm just like, wicked. I get to catch up with them more frequently,
Yeah.
which is good. And like they've just jumped on our like the people I usually play Destiny with. They've come on our Discord server as well. So I'm just
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, this is a great time. I'm glad that like these people are interacting, and I'm just
Yeah, yeah.
having a good time with it. And I have a not necessarily maybe reliable pool of people to play games with, and just I get people to play with, and I'm excited. But it's just fun.
Absolutely.
And then and then like the lads I've been playing Destiny with for years, they've just started picking up Path of Exile as well, and I'm
Oh,
always playing that game, and so like I'm like, here's all my knowledge, and they're picking up real quick, and I'm just like, okay, cool.
you're like sitting there loving it, yeah.
Because then we're like
Mm-hmm.
playing together, having fun with it. Like it's a game I play with Rachel, so we've played it so many
Yeah.
hours together, and I'm just like, oh yeah. And now the lads are like, yeah, let's play this too. And I'm like, okay, cool. So we're just playing
Everything's just
around and
working
just
out,
having
yeah.
fun. Yeah,
Oh,
so it's real cool. Games are in an all right state right now, especially as like they're all free to play as well, which is great. I'm just
absolutely.
like,
Yeah.
this is wonderful.
We don't
And
have to
then
spend money.
I know, right? Like especially like to play as a group as well. Just like,
Yeah,
oh, it's free
yeah.
to play. This is great right now. And that's
Mm.
kind of like done a good thing for the Destiny community as well. It's like shoved a bunch of people together that
Yeah, absolutely.
like there's like loads of new people playing, like you said, loads of people in the GGG playing,
Mm-hmm.
and I like everything just seems more busy and alive, especially on a game that's like persistently online as well. It's nice to see.
Yeah, it
And
sounds
there's
like
like a
it's.
bunch of 6-player activities as well that are always full. I'm just like, this is great.
Oh, wow. So yeah, it's really reignited like that kind of community and all sorts of stuff.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
it's really really quite exciting and fun. So
Yeah.
I'm having a good time playing. But like I said before, I've got other things I need to shift my attention to for a while as well. But yeah. What of things to talk about? No,
Because it's been a week, man, right? Like,
yeah. I've just not got anything particularly going
yeah.
on, and it's just life experiences
No,
and stuff. But
I totally understand. My life is currently just all work
mhm.
right now. So like getting like I had today off, and I spent most of it playing D&D, but that was so nice because yeah, I've just been consumed by work.
Yeah, I yeah, I haven't got a D&D group to play with. Not that I'm like looking for one and everything right now. I'm just chilling out. I'm glad I've not been playing D&D because it like lets me go, oh yeah, let me think about D&D things without the constraints of this is what this person has done and this is the world that I've been playing in, and gives me a bit of a different way to think. So yeah, it's nice to like put some ideas down, but at the same time I'm just like I don't necessarily miss playing right now, so it's fine. But I'm sure I'll get to a point where I'm like, oh yeah, I want to play more D&D. Let's just smash out some
well,
D&D
hey,
and find
Pillars of Eternity.
yeah. Is that the one that Pillars of Eternity 2 has like a whole Dungeon Master mode? Is that
Yes, and that's Pillars of Eternity 2 is the one where like Critical Role, right? With like Matt Mercer and them all, like you can like find all their characters and like make them, and they have the voice acting, and it's just really it's really great.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's something I should probably look into and just have a look at, because yeah, it looks interesting. I've known about it for ages, and I'm just like, I forgot about this. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, I don't know whether to like start investing in Critical Role, like whether to just start watching it or anything. I know there's so many episodes. It's so long. Like each one's like 3 hours or so, and they're like near episode 200 or so. Is that low, or is that about right?
No, I think it's so first campaign finished with a heck ton.
Yeah.
I want to say second is either in the 90s, early 100s, or late 80s, somewhere around there. And I will say, if you're gonna start with something, the first is amazing, but you have to go into it knowing that, you know, they're finding their footing for the first couple episodes. So there's like 12 hours of just kind of like bearing with them.
Yeah.
Whereas the second one, they are comfortable. So it's not such a bad idea to start with the second. Both are very, very good though.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, like I don't know. I'm not necessarily having a hard time like trying to find content that interests me. It's just if I'm online playing games, then I'm like, oh, I'll just jump in with friends and play with them. So then I don't find much time to engage with much content across the internet. I definitely
that makes sense.
Need to. I don't know. There's a lot of things going on as well at the moment as well. Like Achievement Hunter are like doing really well. I really like what videos they're putting out at the moment. And like I know that like our group was doing, not our group, the GGG, a group that I am a participant in infrequently. Like we're all founded through Rooster Teeth, and I know that like everything's kind of split off from there. But yeah, I definitely still have interest in like Achievement Hunter and Rooster Teeth stuff. And I don't know whether many people in the GGG still do. It's like hard to gauge that actually. But, you know, it's fun. It's interesting stuff. And I don't know. I like it. And I think they've been on a tear recently. I'm just like, yes, this is fun. This is enjoyable. Especially with like their Gmod things. And they've got their modded Gmod, which is just crazy. And
I'll have to check it out, yeah.
Yeah, because they've all got custom skins. They've got roles in Trouble in Terrorist Town. And
oh my gosh.
It's ludicrous. It's so good. It's so good. And they recorded episodes where they're just like, oh yeah, we don't know if we need this episode, and they recorded like 4 in a week, so they were like mega ahead because they were like, oh yeah, we need to. They were just having too much fun playing it, so they just stacked up videos, and like in the videos they're just talking about how much they don't need the video that they're recording, but still having a great time, and they're just like the funniest videos. I was like, this is
that's
wonderful.
Perfect though. That's when, you know, like people, I don't know, when people are enjoying it genuinely, like that's the best. Yeah.
So yeah. Is there anything going on with the GGG at the moment? I know there's something coming up on the horizon that's not yet decided. I don't see much popping off for just like people being like game nights, but I'm also like not particularly observing that much.
Yeah. I mean, aside from, you know, we're still in the plans for like Extra Life. It's going to be a really chill year for that. But other than that, there's mostly the biggest thing is that kind of come to the conclusion that like a GGG meet in Europe would be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So we're laying down the foundation, like, to see who would be interested in that. And I mean, that's still, everything's like beginner phase still, like everything being planned, but I think it's finally time to like make that a reality.
Cool.
So that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Right when you get to America.
I know, right? No, that sounds good. That sounds fun. Would you just go to one place, or would you like book out places to stay around the?
Yeah, it would depend on where. So, like, if we went to England, that would be way, way easy to hop around because everyone's really familiar. Like, we have a lot of, like, Andy would be able to get us around, like, no trouble. Whereas, like, if we went to France, it might be more like you stay in one town and just visit, like, what's around. Maybe take, like, a bus to get places, come back to a hub. Yeah, but probably not have multiple like stops.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that. Like, it was just me and my dad traveling when we went around Europe, and it was good fun. Like, I wanted to do that more, but like, we went for 8 days, and that was enough. Just trying to coordinate the two of us to get to the right places at the right time, into a lot of holiday time with all the travel.
Yeah.
We did go to 4 cities in 8 days, so.
Goodness,
that's quite a lot, especially when they were quite spread out too.
So yeah, this would be more like 6 people trying to figure that out. 6 or more. So, yeah.
Fair enough. Well, Emma, is there anything else you'd like to kind of add into this discussion?
No, I'm just happy to finally get to talk with you because I know it's been a couple like times. I think the last time you messaged me, I was like, "I'm in Scotland. I'm so sorry."
It was fine.
So I'm glad we made this happen. Yeah. So I'm very happy.
Wicked. Where can we find you across the internet then?
I am primarily on Twitter, which is Lord of the Decaf. So that's my main area. So
cool. I can be found across the internet at Destroy Topham or at Etherfar. That's YTHAFAR. And yeah, that's just general social media. Twitter and Instagram mostly. I don't really venture much outside of that. But yeah, cool.
Fantastic.
Thank you very much for being my guest this week.
Oh, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And thank you everyone for listening. Have an exciting week. Goodbye.
Goodbye.